Hey everyone, how are you? I bet you I do not have my speakers done and I have shows playing in the background. I do. All right, how is everyone? I rushed to get this done. I was like, oh my God, I'm running late. How is everyone out there? Let me just stop all the music and stuff in the background. Get off my screen. There we go. All right. I hope that's everything. It looks like it. How is everyone? Good to see everyone in the chat. This is Nights with Ping coming to you live from Melbourne. A very weird Melbourne today. It's sort of hot, not cold. It's about 20 degrees, 68 degrees Fahrenheit down here. Pretty comfortable day, actually. Elaine Telling is here. Hey, Elaine, how are you? My friend Sienna is here. Joy to the Woos is here as well. Hey, Woos. Marilyn Landis, Moonlight View. Robin Lane is here. Hey, Robin Lane. Who else is here? Let's see. Fluffy Muffin made it. Moonlight View did as well. The super moderator. Sherry Runs Late also made it. She was not late today. Danny Mitchell, the chat celebrity, is here. Make way, everyone. Make way. DJ was here too. Hey, DJ. How are you, buddy? I hope you're doing well where you are. Marilyn Landis as well. Nana Lana. Catatonic. I don't know what's going on, but my cat is doing something. Stop playing with the cat. She's clawing it. Okay. We have a guest here today. Mrs. Ping is here today. Well, she's never here when I do the shows, but she's here today playing with the cat. Hey, Peekaboo Cockatiel and Laura G. Good to see you. All right. Hey, Edget made it. Hey, Edget. Hello from the Chicago area. Happy to have you from Chicago. 50s in Ohio today, Marilyn Landis says. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. It's like, what's that, like 12 degrees? Oh, Peekaboo Cockatiel says, I bought a ticket for a seat up front tonight for your show. Thank you. It's amazing. Box office will be very, very happy. All right, let me get set up and then we'll get going. We don't have a lot of time. Trish will be going live at 10:30, so we have to hurry up. We have to hurry up. All right, let's start off the show with something freaking hilarious. All right, and then we'll get into true crime. Let me set up this. Where's the camera? There we go. Hey guys, how are you? I am here. I am alive. I promise you. Good to see everyone. Let's talk about this. I saw this today. I don't know if you can get look at the caption here. Doorbell camera captures a terrifying moment a snake attacked a man. I mean, I'm always in it for a snake video, so let's have a look. No, request failed. You're not going to show it to me? Oh, I might have to grab it from somewhere else. Anyway, let me find another link for it. He was visiting a friend's home and the snake attacked him on the face. Hopefully we can get a video that we can watch it. Is it going to give me one? No. This is very annoying. Don't know why that one failed. Let me see if I can get it to play. No, it won't do it. Jerry. Let me see if I can get a different link for it. This one will work for sure. There we go. Let's watch this. He wanders up to his friend's home. He's like, oh, I'm going to visit my best mate. Let me open the door. And then the snake his face.
Kurt, take me to the hospital. Take me to the hospital.
That snake was an assassin.
Right there. No, I'm not.
Watch this. We're going to watch it again. I mean, you would never guess in your life that there was a snake in the porch light.
Ow!
That snake had like laser guidance. It knew where it was going and it was going to get the poor guy. I feel so sorry because it's like the worst thing I could ever think of. I would hate that. Apparently the snake was non-venomous. It wasn't something like he didn't need any antibiotic. No, he had antibiotics, but he didn't need any anti-venom. So he's okay. The snake, unfortunately, did not survive. People nearby destroyed it. It was, yeah, I don't know what type of, it doesn't say what type of snake he was, but some sort of non-venomous Oklahoma snake, whatever kind of snakes live out there that are not venomous. I don't know what type of snake that is, but yeah, sorry. I know a lot of people are a bit funny about snakes, but I just thought, wow, what are the odds that you just go to your friend's house and it's just like it hits you in the face like that? I mean, I can't believe it. I mean, you don't think to look up at the porch light and be like, I should check for snakes. You know, snakes often are above my head. So yeah, poor guy. Luckily, he's okay. He had some antibiotics, went to the hospital, had the wound cleaned, and no stitches, so he's okay. No, it wasn't a pet snake. It was a wild snake. It was just living in the door light for some reason. So no, he's fine and he survived and didn't need any venom. But I just saw that earlier and I was like, geez, like you just don't think you're going to get bit in the eye by a snake when you try enter a doorway or someone's home. So I wanted to show that, even though I know a lot of people are a bit weird about it. But I guess when you live in Australia and everything wants to kill you, it doesn't really bother us that much. All right. Our actual true crime story tonight, although because we can't charge snakes with any kind of battery or assault, it's not possible. We have this one coming out of Old Mill Creek, Illinois. We have someone from Chicago in the chat. This is near you, somewhere near you anyway. A man has been charged in connection with the body of a Chicago woman found last month in a bag alongside the road in Lake County. The Lake County Sheriff's Office arrested Juan Vida Montoya, 37, of Chicago, after reviewing evidence, including surveillance video, that he picked up Megan Lewis, 39, on November 26 in the area of Cicero and Belden Avenues, police said. Detectives believe they began arguing, and Lewis, who was 16 weeks pregnant at the time, was strangled to death during the argument. The Lake County Sheriff's Office said Vega Montoya drove home and left Lewis' body in the car for 2 days before dumping the body on the side of Hunt Club Road on November 28th. Vega Montoya was taken into custody on Monday after a traffic stop. He has been charged with concealing a homicidal death. The Lake County Sheriff's Office said investigative material has been turned over to Chicago police, and it is expected murder charges will be pursued against Vega Montoya. And it is simply unconscionable to kill someone then dump their body on the side of a roadway in a humiliating fashion. I am very proud of our members of our office who spent countless hours seeking evidence and searching for Megan's killer. I am grateful for all agencies who assisted and worked to hold Megan's killer accountable. That was Lake County Sheriff John D. Eidelberg. That was his statement to the media. I agree. I mean, to kill someone and then leave them to basically rot in your car and then dump them on the side of the road is the final insult in death to someone. It really is. I mean, you basically treating them like trash, like something out of your refrigerator that you no longer want. And that is should be 10 extra charges just for that. They really should. Let me see. I wish we had a photo of her. I like to show people who the person was. Let's have a look if I can get a photo for you of her. Megan Lewis, where are you, my friend? Let's have a look. See if I can find a photo of Megan Lewis, because it's nicer to show a photo of her than the bloody guy they arrested. No, no photo of her. What about on Fox News? No, that's interesting. The only photo I have is this one. Weird that there's none on any media sites at all. Here's a photo of her. Megan Lewis was found strangled to death on Hunt Club Road, Route 173, Lake County, Illinois, on November 29th, 2023. That's a pretty good turnaround, right? November 29th. It is currently December 15th. That's just over 2 weeks or so. They did pretty well to turn around that murder case in a couple of weeks. That's great work from the Lake County detectives. But there's a photo of her. I'd rather show you a photo of the victim than the perpetrator. He doesn't deserve his photo being shown. Let's celebrate the life of her because I think that's she was pregnant at the time. How horrible! What an asshole to go and kill a young woman and her unborn child. So I wanted to bring you an update because we spoke about Megan a couple of weeks ago on the show when they first found her body, and I wanted to give you this update that they had found her killer, and I thought that was important, an important update. The big story tonight. Everyone's saying hello to you, Mrs. Ping. Everyone's saying hello to you. Yeah, Burnt Popcorn said, I always think of the Princess Bride when I hear the name Montoya. Yeah. What is it like? I know the saying, but I can't remember the full thing. But yeah, I know the saying you're thinking of. All right, hold on. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, everyone here. I turned the camera off because she doesn't want the camera on, but she's gonna say hello to everyone in the chat. Here you go. You can say
Hi, everyone.
that's like all she said she wants to give you. I said, does she want to say hello to everyone in the chat? She said no. You don't want to
There's
say.
a lot of names to go through.
I have to do that every night.
I know.
All right, fine. All right. There you go. That's all you get. That's all you get. All right, let me fix my microphone again. That's all you guys get. Let me turn the camera back on. She's gone now. There you go. There you go. She didn't want to be on camera, so there you go. Yeah, everyone says hello. There you go. She waved. You can't see it. All right, let's get to the next story. All right, let's this one. Share this tab. The California Highway Patrol has issued an Amber Alert for a 13-year-old girl believed to be in the company of an adult male. According to the alert, Rain Gonzalez was last seen in Brawley on December 10th near I and 18th Street in Imperial County. She was seen leaving her apartment complex. The FBI said, that's interesting that the FBI is involved, I guess because she's a minor. She stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighs around 115 pounds. She has brown hair, brown eyes, and was last seen wearing a black shirt, gray sweatpants, a backpack, and a dark colored jacket. Police say she is with Lorenzo Guerrero, 43. Although the relationship between the pair is unclear, he is described as standing 5 feet 7, weighing 180 pounds, bald head, black eyes, and was last seen wearing jeans, a hat, and a jersey with the number 44 on it. The jersey with the number 44, who is that? Who's 44? Is that a Cowboys jersey? Let's have a look. Could be Walker. Could be an Indianapolis Colts jersey. Trying to see who it could be. Could be a old Colts jersey. Dallas Clark of the Colts wore number 44. Could be a Humphrey jersey, Marlon Humphrey from the Vikes. I don't know. It could be a few different people. There's a number of each team has a 44, but there you go. He was wearing a number 44 jersey. Here's a photo of the pair. Lorenzo Guerrero, there you go, and Rain Gonzalez. She's 13. He's 43. That's a 30-year age gap. It says here, white baseball. It's a baseball jersey. I thought they said it was just a jersey. Yeah, just jersey. Okay, it's a white baseball jersey with the number 4. So it's not a NFL jersey. It's a baseball one. Hat and sneakers. And it's very descriptive. White baseball jersey number 44, hat and sneakers. Great description. It says here for Rain Gonzalez, gray sweatpants, black shirt, dark jacket, white shoes, and carrying a backpack. There's a photo of the car. That looks to be a Mercedes Benz. Some sort of Mercedes Benz, a C230 silver CA plate, 5ZFS158, a 2007 model. So these are quite common. I've seen a million of those. Says the Amber Alert has been activated by the California Highway Patrol on behalf of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. That's always ominous. Rain Gonzalez was last seen on December 7th or December 10th, 2023, with Lorenzo Guerrero in Brawley, Imperial County. Gonzalez is believed to be in the silver Mercedes with him. So it says if you see, call 911. So if you we have a lot of Californians in the chat and on the replay crew. You see this, call it in. You see this girl and this guy in the same car, or even if you see him and not her, or you see her and not him, call it in. Get her home and find out what the hell's going on with this guy. So I know we have a lot of Californian friends here, so this one is for you. It says the pair could be traveling in the 2007 Mercedes. Anyone with information on their whereabouts is urged to contact 911 immediately. The Brawley Police Department is at 760-344-2111, or the FBI San Diego office at 858-320-1800. It says there's a developing story and updates will be updated as additional information comes available. Check back for updates on this story. So this is a developing story right now. There's a photo of her, an enlarged photo. You guys, if you guys know or see her, call it in, please. Get her into a safe place. Burnt Popcorn says, I'm a Cali friend, Ping. I know. You're a Cali friend. I think Moonlight View is. Shell Huffman is too, although she's a little outside of LA. I'm not sure who else is. There's a few others. James Avery lives in CA. We have a few. We have a few people in CA. James Avery was here earlier. James Avery says Wolf Brigade 44. Is that what it was, bud? Let me see. It says that was a German neo-Nazi organization. You think that's what the baseball jersey was on a Hispanic man? I don't know about that. Do they have those type of people within the Hispanic community? I'm not aware of that, but maybe I'm just misinformed. I figured it might have been just some baseball player that wore the number. Sienna says, do they say what color the jersey is? No, they don't. That's really weird, but they do not. We can go down here. I can show you the information we have available. Oh, it does. It just says white baseball jersey with 44. Let's have a look. White baseball. Let's see what comes up. Okay. Could be like a million players. It could be a Rawlings jersey, Atlanta Black something, ABC jersey. Could be there's like a million of them. Atlanta Braves, 44 Aaron jersey. There's a whole heap of them. There's a Rodriguez Mariners jersey, number 44. Isn't that his last name? Let's have a look. No, it's Guerrero. There's a whole heap of them. There's like a MLB Arizona Diamondbacks number. I think probably similar to the NFL. Each team probably has someone on that number. You know, in the NFL, there's like 20 of each number. So depending on what team it is, it's a different person. I don't think we'll be able to distinguish anything from New York, a Jackson 44. Who is that? That's not Bo Jackson, is it? I don't think so. All right, that doesn't help us. Doesn't say so at Maryland Landis. It just says Amber Alert. It doesn't say what their relationship is either. Hey, Lindy. Lindy says Caliph here too. There you go. That's why I brought it to you because I know we have a lot of Californians in the house. It doesn't say what their relationship is or why she is in his company. It just says that they believe that she is. That's it. Guys, give me 1 second. There's someone at the door. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry about that. No idea. The cat's just like scattered, and like normally that means there's someone at the front door, but there's no one there. Danny Mitchell said, "Did you see Matthew Perry's cause of death?" It's on our thumbnail. We're just about to go to that story right now. Let me change to that story. We're going to talk about Matthew Perry now. Very sad. It's not the news I think any of us really wanted. I think we all hoped that maybe he just drowned or fell asleep or had a heart attack or something like that. That wasn't drug related. It says here, Matthew Perry, cause of death, Friends star had as much ketamine in his system as a person under general anesthetic when he was found drowned in a hot tub after claiming he'd been clean for 19 months. That is a very awful um, headline. Unfortunately, it's going to sully his image. Unfortunately, a little bit, even though I know he'll stay forever loved by people who loved his work, including me. I'm a huge Matthew Perry fan. Loved him in Friends. Felt like Chandler Bing spoke to me on a personal level, and spent years quoting his lines because I just loved it. It was so funny and taught me a lot about comedic acting. He was so whoever wrote his lines did a great job, but he pulled it off by acting them. It says here, Friends star Matthew Perry died from the acute effects of ketamine and drowning. His autopsy has revealed, with the actor having similar quantities of ketamine in his system as a hospital patient under general anesthetic. The County of Los Angeles Department of Medical Examiner determined the cause of death for 54-year-old Matthew Langford Perry as acute effects of ketamine. Contributing factors in Mr. Perry's death include drowning, coronary artery disease, and the effects of what is that? It's buprenorphine used to treat opioid use disorder. I'm sure that's probably got a brand name. What's the brand name? What is the brand name? Subutex. Subutex or is the brand name. I knew it had a brand name. There we go. I'll put it in the chat. There you go. That's the brand name. And yeah, very sad. I I was hoping it was going to be something completely different. It says here Perry was found face down in the hot tub, which adjoins the swimming pool at his Los Angeles home at 4:17 p.m. on October 28th, stunning the world of showbiz, breaking the hearts of his fans worldwide. He had been receiving ketamine infusion therapy as a treatment for depression, the medical examiner reported, but the last session was a week and a half before he died. And the ketamine is only in your system for 3 to 4 hours, which means it did not directly lead to his death. At the high levels of ketamine found in his post-mortem blood specimens, The main lethal effects would be from both cardiovascular overstimulation and respiratory depression, the medical examiner concluded. Yeah, there's a photo. He actually posted this photo about a week before his death. So he often liked to hang out in that hot tub overlooking Los Angeles from the hills area. And uh, I like to think this is the last image I will remember of Matthew Perry. He looked happy in this image and he looked like he was content with his world. He looked like he was quite happy overlooking Los Angeles and thinking, I made it. I made my money and I'm sitting on the top of the world. So it's horrible. It really is. There's the autopsy report. You can actually see it. They have the entire thing here. I'm not going to go through the entire thing, but if you would like to, I can leave the link to the entire document. But there you go. Look at that. It has everything. Oh, it has all the what do you call it? Like these body medical diagrams. He had a leg. Did you know that? I did not know that. It's breaking news. He had a leg and he apparently had an arm. An arm that did this. Do you have an arm that does this? I don't. Shel Huffman says, I read his autobiography. It was very funny and well written, very sad. Yeah, very talented guy. Laura G says, I thought I read somewhere that he was on ketamine therapy accepted for certain mental illnesses. Yeah, it seems so, but it doesn't seem like it was quite a while away since he'd had his last treatment therapy. So maybe he was dabbling in it on the side outside of his treatment. Uh, Lindy says drug addicts need large doses sometimes since their systems are acclimated to the drugs. Maybe because he'd been receiving it for treatment, his normal dose wasn't cutting it, and and maybe he had more. Yeah, recreationally using ketamine. That's exactly right. Outside of treatment. Danny Mitchell says his stepdad is Keith Morrison. Yes, when he died, we actually did a live stream that afternoon, and I think I showed the footage of Keith Morrison getting to the property. And I didn't know that. I've followed Matthew Perry for decades and had no idea that his mum married Keith Morrison, and yet we know Keith Morrison from True Crime. I had no idea. No idea until Matthew died that that was actually a thing. Joy to the Woo says a lot of ketamine around now. I can tell you a little tiny story. I've done ketamine when I was a young guy, and we actually it was quite difficult to obtain back then. It took us many months, and we had to find the right connections to get a vial of it, and then we had to do a few things to prepare it, and it took quite a while to obtain this vial of ketamine. And now it's quite easy; it's everywhere, and I find that interesting. Sort of everywhere, yeah. Hey, are we back? I didn't touch the. What is going on? Hey, guys, can you hear me now? Oh, well, let's wait and see. Let's see if it catches up. I'm back? That's so weird. Why did it do that? Did you guys see the light go off? That is weird. I didn't touch anything. I literally have to touch it like this, then turn it back on. I didn't touch anything. That is weird. I didn't even notice the light had gone off. Thanks. Keith, uh, Marilyn Lander says his mum married like 40 years to Keith Morrison. That's crazy. I had no idea. Had no idea about it. Um, yes, we're back. Okay. I was just saying to you guys that it is a like an anesthetic. The ketamine's like an anesthetic, but they stopped using it because of the vivid hallucinations that it actually produces. So they stopped I think they stopped using it for that reason, but it became very big in the recreational drug scene due to the vivid hallucinations and full body kind of uh different feelings compared to, other drugs. Hey, all right. Let's see if it has any more information in here. He apparently had a head too. That's very disturbing. You can see all the different things here. What was this dated? 14th of the 12th. So they only completed it a couple of days ago. They completed it not that long ago. They're probably waiting on toxicology. Ketamine can be prescribed as a medical treatment, but it is unclear if the drugs in Perry's system was bought using a prescription. The medical examiner said Perry had a history of emphysema, diabetes, and drug use, but was reportedly clean for 19 months. He was a heavy tobacco user for many years, but currently did not smoke. The medical examiner also noted his ketamine infusion therapy in the document. Yeah, there's a photo of his pool with his Batman logo. He liked that sort of motif as Matman, and he would often sign off his posts as Matman on Twitter. So that's like his little Batman logo. So yeah, very sad, very talented guy, very troubled guy, unfortunately. And I actually haven't read his book. I should. Some interesting comments here saying, maybe we should just all leave him alone now to rest in peace. I agree. Once this bit of news is done about his autopsy, hopefully his soul will be stopping tortured. Diamond Heart, hey, hello, Ping, and all my soldier. Wait, and all my soldier son is coming home for Christmas. I'm the most excited mama ever. Then I have to give him back to the army. That is really cool. Diamond Heart, I am so happy to hear that you're having like a bit of a Christmas miracle. That is really, really cool. I I really, I used to watch. Remember those videos that used to come out, and they'd have like the soldier who came home, and then he'd be hiding in a box in like the school like basketball auditorium or whatever, and then he'd pop out, and then all the family would cry. And so, if you have that little mini moment at the airport picking up your son, then that'll be worth a lifetime of memories, I'm sure. So have a great Christmas, Diamond Heart. Really do. Robin Lane says, I think I read that Lisa Kudrow took his dog. That would not surprise me. Him and Lisa were quite close. Him, Lisa, and um, Jennifer Aniston. Those three were quite close friends. I think it says in this article here that she took the dog. Hold on. Yes. It says Lisa Kudrow is baffled by co-star Matthew Perry's untimely death and is considering to adopt his dog Alfred. Yeah. Hey, get out. Yeah, it says she's considering it. I don't know if that ever got finalized, but I'm sure she probably would have if they needed it. Let me see if there's a better up to date thing. Don't see anything up to date about whether she actually took the dog or not, but it would not surprise me if she did. There's a photo of Matthew and his dog right there. What a cute little thing. A little mop dog. Um, He is a 2-year-old doodle mix. I don't know what that is. A labradoodle and a poodle. Is that right? A doodle? I don't know what these mixes are. Yeah, he's a cute little puppy. Yeah. Okay, all right. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me try and fix whatever's going on with this microphone. 1 minute. All right. I don't know if I can, but hopefully it doesn't go off again. I have to thank Sean. Sean yesterday sent in a donation right as the show ended like that. The show ended and the donation was there. Sean, I think it's a bit of a game now, and you try catch it right as the show ends, and you try to trick poor old Ping. Um, but I really appreciate it, Sean. Since we moved to this channel full time, like I said, it's been a weird transition, and it's taken a lot of getting used to. So people supporting the channel really is appreciated, and uh, thank you. I am very indebted and appreciated to everyone who comes out, subscribes, or likes, or leaves a comment, or sends a donation. It's very kind of you guys. Yeah, you guys will find out more. I don't know. It was supposed to be this week. Maybe they had a delay, but you guys were supposed to find out this week what was going on, but maybe it has now been delayed a bit longer. You guys will find out eventually what's going on, I promise. Um, it's not again. Hey, did that just go off again? Did that just drop off? Did you guys hear all that? That I was saying about Sean? What is going on tonight? I don't know what is going on with this microphone. No. What the hell? I don't get it. I don't know we got a ghost, people. It's either a ghost or it's Chad. It's Chad in the portal. He's affecting my microphone. Oh, you guys heard me? That is weird. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Thanks, guys. I don't know what is going on. I might have to reboot this thing later on after we get off the show. It's Trisha. It's Trisha. Trish, stop it. Get out of my StreamYard. No, she's all right. She wouldn't do that to me. All right, we got another story. Let me grab it for you. But yeah, very sad to hear about Matthew Perry. So we're going to talk about Alex Batty next, found in France after missing for 6 years. Really interesting story. His tale of escape is extraordinary. Says Alex Batty, teen from Oldham, missing for 6 years, found in France. There's a photo of him when he went missing many years ago. I seem to remember that photo. It says here the 17-year-old boy missing for 6 years has been found in France. Alex Batty is at the Young Person Centre in Toulouse and could be back in the UK within hours, the prosecutor's office in the city told the BBC. Alex used a motorist phone to message his grandmother in the UK saying, "I love you, I want to come home." He had been missing since 2017 but was found on Wednesday morning by a motorist who stopped him walking through a train near Toulouse. The boy disappeared after going on holidays with his mother and grandfather in Spain. The pair, who did not have parental guardianship of Alex, have not been located but remain wanted in connection with his disappearance. A police source earlier told the BBC News the boy had been taken to a police station by the concerned motorist who had spotted him on the road uh, in the foothills of the Pyrenees early on Wednesday morning. The motorist, delivery driver Fabien Asindi, uh, saw Alex walking along a road in the foothills of the Pyrenees in the early hours of Wednesday morning. He explained that he had been walking for 4 days and that he set off from a place in the mountains, though he didn't say where. I typed his name into the internet and saw that he was being looked for. He told the local media Alex's plan had been to find a big city with an embassy to find assistance. Instead, he took him to French authorities for help. Alex used his phone's Facebook account to contact his grandmother back in the UK. He wrote, "Hello, Grandma. It's me, Alex. I'm in France, Toulouse, and I really hope that you receive this message. I love you. I want to come home." Here's a photo of Alex, his mother, and the grandfather, David Batty and Melanie Batty. The boy said he'd been in France for 2 years. Um, he'd been living in the remote Pyrenean valleys, traveling about from place to place in a kind of itinerant commune. The areas in the foothills of the Pyrenees are known for attracting people in search of alternate lifestyles. Does that mean hippies? Like sort of like hippie lifestyle? Alex won't say where his mother is or exactly where he'd been living in the Pyrenees. His grandmother and legal guardian, Susan, told the Sun newspaper she had now been in touch with Alex. She says, "I am so happy I have spoken to him and he is well. It is such a shock." Miss Corona told the BBC in 2018 she believed Alex's mother, Melanie, and grandfather, David Batty, had taken him to a place to live with a spiritual community in Morocco. She said at the time they were seeking an alternate lifestyle and did not want Alex to go to school. Melanie and David left Greater Manchester with Alex for a prearranged week-long holiday to Marbella in Spain on September 30, 2017. He was last seen at the port of Malaga on October 8th that year, the day they were expected to return to the UK. So here you can sort of see the map of they were last seen here down the bottom of Spain, and they ended up all the way over here across the border in France. That's a long distance to go, but I guess it is a 6 years time frame. They could have just moved in like jumps over a certain amount of time. They could have even taken a bus if no one, you know, if they changed their appearance slightly or they found a private car to take. It's not that difficult to travel through Europe. It really isn't. It's like one giant country. There are checkpoints, but they're easy to get through if you know what you're doing. I've heard of other people sneaking through. So let's have a look in the chat. Joy to the Woo says glad he got away. Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder if eventually he will change and give up his mum. But he did say in the article he at no time was he held against his will, and apparently he was able to head home if he wanted to. His mum never said he couldn't leave if he didn't want to. Robin Lane said apparently Matthew Perry's dog was his ex-girlfriend's dog. Did he have an ex-girlfriend that died? Or am I thinking of someone else? Moonlight View says maybe they were hiding from law enforcement for something unrelated. Probably making all that illegal kombucha. They had an illegal kombucha operation and they didn't want the feds getting to it, so they were bootlegging kombucha across the French border into France. I'm just joking. Yeah, there's no such thing as illegal bootlegging of kombucha. Well, there might be, but I'm not aware of it. Uh, yes, he was a handsome kid, right? Just your typical UK lad. Yeah, glad he's home. At least that's one mystery that's solved. There's still so many that are not. Madeline McCann. Actually, I want to ask you a question. Do you think do you think we will ever actually know or get solid proof of what happened to Madeline McCann? Put it in the chat. Put in the chat your opinion, yes or no. Do you think we will ever find out exactly what happened to her or like find a body, that type of thing? I want to know. Or maybe you think she's alive. If you think she's alive, put it in the chat. But Fluffy Muffin says yes. Moonlight View says I think so. Kelly in Texas says yes. Nana Lana says I don't know. Marilander says no. Catatonic says no. Robin Lane says, I don't think we will. I'm not sure either. I think the German investigation troubles me that in, 4 years now, that they haven't been able to articulate exactly why they're so interested in this guy and why they're so sure that Madeleine McCann is dead. And I know the German authorities work in a slightly different way to everyone else. They like to keep their information and evidence very quiet, but they went back and searched that area um, near where she was kidnapped recently, along with British authorities. They didn't really find anything that they released. I think they were hoping to find a body, but they didn't find anything. Fluffy Muffin says the police have footage of her on the guy's devices. Well, that's what they say. I've heard that too, but I don't know if that's true. Candy Williams says, don't know, maybe fire out in the future with new tools to figure it out. I think the only way to put it to rest would be to either have footage of her unfortunately being killed, or if they could find her body or the location of where she was put. It can't be far from where she was kidnapped, right? Because he couldn't have taken her across state lines. At least you wouldn't think so, unless he smuggled her in that. He had like a motorhome, and maybe he put her underneath or something, and was able to get her into Germany or something. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel like in 2 years we'll be coming up to the 20th anniversary or something like that of her going missing in 2000 and in 4 years. In 2027, 27, is that right? She'll be 20 years since she went missing. That's a long time. You know, hold on. Sorry about that. Hold on, let me put this up on the screen. The whole story makes us shake our heads, leaving kids alone in the room while they ate out. Didn't they have like a system where their friends would check on them when every 20 minutes or something like that? So they had like a group of friends, and when one of them would get up to check their kids, they would also check the other people's children as well. And they sort of did it in a round robin type of situation. I'm not sure. I feel like it's been so long. Let me just check the date. She went missing May 3rd, 2007, age 3 years old. In May 3rd, 2027, she would have been 23 years old. She would have been a young adult. So in a few years, it'll be 20 years since she went missing. I mean, right now she's been missing 16 years, 7 months, and 12 days, presumed dead in absentia on the 4th of May 2020, aged 16. I think that's horrible. I know the parents have copped a lot of hate. There's a lot of people who suspect that they're involved somehow. I'm not sure they are involved. I just think they made some poor choices, especially with their interview with Spanish police. I think they just did some odd things, but I can't second guess someone whose children is missing. I mean, I've never had that happen to me, so I don't know how I would act. Maybe I would act like that. I don't know. So I don't like attacking people who go through traumatic experiences unless I've gone through the exact same thing and I can say, well, I went through the same thing. I know exactly how you'd act. So, I mean, yeah. All right, let's go back to this story. Interesting to hear your opinions on whether we'll find out what happened to her. I think the German authorities have to hurry up and bring that case. They can't just sit on it for like 10 years. I mean, if they have the evidence they think they can prosecute, then bring it, bring the trial, and get some sort of finalization for the family. You know what I mean? Finalize it all and then be like, they can try find some normality in life and stop looking for Madeline. I mean, they probably will never stop looking for her body if she is dead, but I mean, they won't keep thinking maybe she's alive, maybe she's alive, you know? That must kill people. That must kill parents who are looking for children. Um, Thinking maybe they're alive out there, you know? And so if they know that kind of stuff, hopefully either one, they pass it on to the family, or two, they can get the legal process underway and finished. Moonlight View says it's not unwarranted suspicion though. It's truly being open to all opinions. Oh yeah, I mean, some of the theories were very interesting, especially when they tried to, especially when they had like the cadaver dogs who hit on the hire car and things like that. It's very compelling. It is very compelling, especially when you can put it together in a nice little package like that. I mean, even I got sucked into it, but are we going to talk about the same thing for 20 years on it? I mean, I just want to see what happened to her and maybe get it closed out. And I don't know, because you got to wonder, right? Her parents, they have other children, right? Those children, whether they want to or not, are going to be affected by what their parents do. So if they spend the rest of their life searching for Madeline or whatever, I mean, those poor kids will obviously have some sort of sense of missing attention, if that makes sense. So I feel sorry for them. I'm sure, like, they got a lot of family who loves them and things like that too, but you can't help but do that. Robin Lane says, "That's a nice thing to say, Ping. I have no idea how I'd act either." Me either. I don't know. Maybe they just thought it was safe to do that. Although that documentary, you know, that Madeline Can documentary they did on Netflix, that 6-part documentary. They did say they it was known that there was people that were breaking into that hotel and targeting foreigners' rooms for valuables. It had happened for many years, and it was quite well known within that hotel group. Oh, Kazatia says, "I've been neglecting my ping duties, constantly on catch up." Oh, naughty, 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 naughty. Oh, hey, this email just came through. Oh, it's my friend, Robin Lane. Robin Lane sent in a donation. Robin, that is extremely generous of you. Thank you very, very much. I very much appreciate it. I don't know what Nana is talking about. It's hard. We're a bit She said, "Really, Ping? Wow, that's not good. I don't know what we're talking about. You'll have to let me know." Um, what is this? Here. Fluffy Muffin says, "If they had been a lower income family, the other kids would have been taken to care for neglect." I think so. 100%. I think they were lucky that they had high-powered friends who ran their investigation and things like that. I 100% they were privileged. That's the word I'd use, privileged. I think so. I think you're right. I think didn't they say they had access to people like David Cameron and things like that at one point through associates that they knew? Something like that, if I'm correct. My memory is a little fuzzy. I haven't done a lot of Madeline McCann in a number of years, but remember something about she had connections to David Cameron, who was the Prime Minister of the UK. She says, "Yeah, yeah, no, you're right, 100%. If that was like some family from, you know, a poorer part of England that weren't doctors and were possibly like, you know, a supermarket worker and an unemployed, you know, father or something, they probably would have been taken through the doc system." Nana says privilege once again like the Ramses. Very similar. Very similar. They did, right? And they raised all that money too. They raised a lot of money, but then also took money from the government to run the Grange inquiry through the Scotland Yard. And they kept asking the UK government, like, 2 more million and 2 more million and another 2 million. And I can't remember what the final tally was, but they'd spent something like 20 million pounds looking for Madeline through the public's money. And I don't think if you had a child from a less connected family, which there are people in the UK who have missing children who don't have those type of connections, they wouldn't have got 20 million pounds. No way. There's parents out there that can't even get a reward put up for their missing kid who's been missing for like 10 years. They can't even get like $10,000 put up for a reward for information. So there is some interesting stuff that maybe once this is all said and done, they will try and uh, go back into it and see who did something wrong and who should be reprimanded for certain things. Kazatia, we meet again. How much time do we have? Do we have time for one more story? Yes, we do. All right, come on, let's stop talking about Madeline McCann. We'll be here all night talking about what ifs. I mean, I love talking about Madeline McCann, but I mean, it seems like I go around in circles with it. Um, all right, where's our other story? Let me find it. No, that's not it. There was an update to a story. Actually, yes, it's this one. Oh, it's this one. Can I find it? Remember the other night we spoke about Derek Rosa? We spoke about Derek Rosa, stabbed his mum. Well, he lost his bid to be, I think he wanted home detention or to be released or something. Says judge orders highly 13-year-old charged in mum's murder to stay in the adult jail. Says here in a hearing for the teen on Thursday, a detective testified that Rosa confessed to stabbing his mother over 40 times, searched for information about killing people with knives, and admitted to the brutal killing to investigators. So that's good news. Let's see if I can do this. After a day of shocking revelations, a 13-year-old boy accused of stabbing his mother to death in Healy returned to court Friday, where a judge ordered him to stay in the adult jail. That's right. He wanted to go to a juvenile detention. Derek Rosa is facing murder charge in the October 12th killing of his mother, 39-year-old Irina Garcia. He's being charged as an adult and is currently being held at the Metro West Detention Center. His attorneys had been seeking to have him transferred out of the adult jail and back to the juvenile detention center while he awaits trial. But at Friday's hearing, Judge Richard Hirsch decided Rosa will stay at Metro West. The decision comes after multiple hearings and days of testimony. In a hearing for the teen on Thursday, a detective testified that Rosa confessed to the stabbing his mother over 40 times, searched for information about killing people with knives, and admitted to the brutal killing to investigators. Rosa became emotional, putting his head down and appearing to cry as video of his confession to investigators was played in the court during testimony. There you go. There's a photo of Derek Rosa with his attorneys. What? Guys, sorry about this. Hold on. All right, guys, sorry about that. I think there's a video playing somewhere that I can't find. It's all right. How is everyone in the chat? What do you think about Derek Rosa heading to or staying in the adult jail, considering his age? Let me know. Candy Williams says Pat Brown was miffed that so many millions were spent on that one case. 20 million or something, or $18 million or something like that, if I remember correctly. Hold on, I wanna put this why is this playing? Stop, please stop playing. Ah, hold on, let me try and pause this. Alright, hold on. Hopefully that's fine. Um, Sienna says, "I know, uh, in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and part of the 90s, it was okay to leave your children as long as you had an older sibling with them, but I can't remember when that changed. Probably when kids died from being, break-ins or someone murdered them or something like that. People probably stopped doing it. Let's see. Wu says, "We were never left alone as kids when we were in the 50s and 60s." I mean, childcare is a huge cost for parents. It almost takes up like 50% of wages for some parents. Uh, Fluffy Muffin says no child should be in an adult jail. They did say that he's in solitary confinement and that the only people he has contact with are the prison guards due to due to safety for him. They don't want him mingling in the population because they don't want him getting hurt. So it is interesting that they're willing to do that but not put him into a juvenile detention. So they're willing to isolate him. Hold on, my friend Roy. What's wrong, Roy? Oh, thanks, Roy. Roy sent me an update on Barry and Honey. A new article was posted the other day. It's a huge article. So we're going to go through that on Sunday nights with Ping. On Sunday, we're going to do a part 3 for Barry and Honey. Let's see. Nanalana says, "I had a brother who was 7 years older and he babysat us sometimes while parents went to get groceries." That's interesting. Laura G says, "We weren't left alone in the 70s, but parents in the local area were even more paranoid after the Lions sisters vanished." I don't know that one. Fluffy Muffin says, "No child should be on solitary confinement." Yeah, he is quite a dangerous kid. I don't know. Maybe they'll end up finding like a medical facility where they can hold him. Maybe they're looking for options right now, and this is the safest option for right now. Let me see if I can find out whether they are looking into other 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 secure housing. Let's see if I can find it. I can't find anything like that would say that past 24 hours. Apparently, there is a petition on change.org that says save Derek Rosa. Have you guys seen this? Hold on. There's a petition with over 1,000 signatures that was only open 9 hours ago. It says it's done by Herlinda Barker. She said there is this 13-year-old boy named Derek Rosa. Supposedly he killed his mother with a knife and called 911 himself. They're saying they are pleading for justice. They're saying that they want the stepfather to be investigated too, as he had a life insurance to gain if Irina was unalived. They're saying the judge wants to sentence him at like an adult, but in the 911 phone call, there is a second voice heard behind Derek's voice. The picture was taken by the baby monitor or camera in the room, shows a heavy-set figure hovering on top of Irina, Derek's mother. Supposedly, this is Derek, and she says, no, that's not the young man's body, or wait, the stepfather has to be investigated. Have you guys heard anything like this in regards to Derek Rosa, that it could possibly be his stepfather? I haven't heard anything like that. That's very interesting if this is the discussion going on in true crime circles. I just stumbled across that searching his name. So they're saying on the 911 call they can hear a second voice on the recording, and that in the video footage of supposedly him over his mother's body, it's not him at all. It's a heavier set person. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. I find that I'll have to look more into that on the, what the streets are saying. Laura says she sent me a link on the Lion Sisters. The fuck is fuck is Guys, hold on. Sorry, I know it's interrupty. Hold on. Oh, guys, we figured out what it was. There's an auction going on right now in our apartment complex. There's an apartment above us that's undergoing auction right now in my car park. It's really sad. The owner actually had to sell. She couldn't afford the interest rates anymore, and she sold it. She's a young woman, only 35, and she ended up having to sell it. She owned it for like 10 years, and she had long-term tenants who we actually knew. They were friends, not friends of ours, but they were acquaintances, and they ended up having to move out. Yeah, it's an auction. That's what's going on right now. It's a live housing auction going on outside my house. Because we kept hearing it. We're like, what is that loud like noise going on? Like who's screaming? And it's a dude going, like 20, 40, 60, 80. Do I hear 120? And I was like, what the hell? Yeah, so there's a big auction going on in my car park right now. Um, doesn't sound that busy, does it, Cass? It doesn't sound like there's that many. Um, let's see. Fluffy Muffin says, my mum was a bag of nerves when she used to pop to the telephone box at the end of the road and leave me to burn down the house alone. I was 10 years old and busy watching TV. I never burnt the house down. It's pretty funny. All right. At least we figured out the mystery of the weird screaming and yelling outside my house. It was freaking me out. Couldn't figure out what was going on. But it looks like they finally sold that property. Very, very sad situation. Um, do we have time for one more? Yes, we have time for one more. I have to get you guys out of here at 20-ish past. Okay, this is the Lion sisters that Laura G was talking about. The murders of Catherine and Sheila Lyon. I can't say I know this one. They were abducted and sexual abuse and murder of two sisters aged 10 and 12 respectively, who disappeared from a shopping center in Wheaton, Maryland on March 25th, 1975. Described as a crime which shattered the innocence of the suburbs of Maryland, the disappearance of Catherine and Sheila Lyon initiated one of the largest police investigations in the history of the Washington metropolitan area, and although their fate would remain unknown for 38 years, by which time the disappearance had long become a cold case. Um, a reinvestigation of the sister's disappearance in 2013 led detectives to charge a convicted child sex offender named Lloyd Lee Welch Jr. with first-degree murder of the Lyon sisters. Welch was indicted for their murders in July 2015. He pleaded guilty to 2 counts of first-degree murder in September 2017 via a plea bargain agreement in which he admitted to participating in the girls' abduction but not their sexual assault and murder. He was sentenced to 2 concurrent terms of 48 years in prison. Their bodies have never been located. although authorities believe their bodies were burned and buried upon a remote mountain in Bedford County, Virginia. Furthermore, prosecutors have named other members of the Welch family, including his uncle, as persons of interest in the abduction, abuse, and murder, although no other individuals have been charged due to insufficient evidence. Very interesting. Thank you, Laura. So you're saying that one changed people's opinion uh, of leaving kids alone in your area. Oh, really? Laura says my dad and grandfathers helped search for them at the time. That is very interesting. Fluffy Muffin says, are there any medical secure units that Derek Rosa can be held at? There would have to be, right, in that area? Where is he? Florida, right? Yes, Florida. There would have to be a medically secure unit somewhere in Florida that they can transfer him to. It'll be interesting. I want to know if maybe there is something to do with the dad. That's a very interesting theory. Diamond Heart's leaving us. Good night, Diamond Heart. Diamond Heart says, sorry, Ping, I drifted off. I've been up since 4 a.m. I will watch on replay. Love you all. Good night. See you later, Diamond Heart. Get some sleep, okay? All right, we're gonna wrap up in a second. Hold on. Hey, I just want to I don't want to use this person's real name. So I'll just say JD. JD says, enjoy listening to your show. JD, thank you very much. That is a very kind and generous donation from you. Thank you, JD. That means a lot. And they said they enjoy listening to the show. I'm very happy if I can find people that enjoy the stories I bring and the opinions that we talk about. That'll be fantastic. I hope we can get some more subscribers to this channel. That would be great. Uh, let me start wrapping up for the night. I hope you enjoyed this impromptu Friday night show. This was sort of to make up for not doing Sunday night on Sunday. We didn't do it this week. I had an appointment I had to go to, and I always try to treat my fans and viewers with respect. And if I can't make a show, I always try and make it up to you. I will try throw in an extra show somewhere here or there to help out and try get that number to the same amount of shows every week. You know, I feel like that's the minimum I can do for you guys. But so our next show will be on Sunday, Sunday nights with Ping. We'll be back with a 2-hour live show. And then when's our next show? We'll do our normal shows during the week. And then on Christmas Day in America, we're having a special Christmas Day holiday true crime show, which we're going to talk about crimes that happened on Christmas. I think that's going to be a great show because I've got some really interesting cases from around the world about murders on Christmas. Um, then what's after that? What's our rest of our holiday planning? We're doing New Year's Eve. We're doing a really long live show. It's not going to be super true crimey, but we're going to hang out from 11 o'clock Eastern to 1 a.m. Western time. And then we're going to watch the fireworks. We're going to see what's on the police scanner and see what, trouble is happening around around New Year's Eve. That's New Year's Eve, so we'll be on for about 4 or 5 hours, on that day. That'll be a great fun on New Year's Eve to hang out together. So we have an action-packed week coming up, and then in between then and there, we're moving into the back room, into the office. So it should be the first week of January. We will be in the new location and the new setup. You guys won't have this long view anymore. You'll have a much closer view. It'll be about half the distance what it is now. You'll have a way closer view, a different angle too. It'll be on the side, and you'll see me at a desk with a proper chair and 2 monitors so I can see the chat and run stories. So it'll be a lot of fun. Marlene Clausen says, "Count me in for the holidays." Yes. Yeah, we've got some great holiday shows coming up. Sunday night, we've got a whole bunch of stories I've been working on. And one more thing before I let you go, I have a video I've been working on. It is a video describing and explaining the death penalty and how it applies to the insanity plea, and how you can apply the insanity plea and what to look for to see if see if a case meets that threshold. I've been working on it for about 6 weeks and it's almost done, and I'm going to be releasing that closer to New Year. So that's a 1 hour. I think it's 1 hour or 40 minutes or something like that, and it goes through how the insanity plea works, how it is applied, and when it can't be applied, and when a case doesn't meet that threshold. So it should be a good resource for people to have a look at um, for insanity plea defense. I had some help from some very nice people that helped me work through different things to do with the insanity plea, and I'm very thankful to them. Yes, Candy Williams says, New office 100%. Yes, it'll be great to be in the new office." Laura G says, "I have nowhere else to be, so I will inflict myself upon the chat for the holidays." Yeah, I think Christmas Day will be a lot of fun. I think we're going to have a great day there. And New Year's Eve should be a cracking time. So we will have a lot of fun Christmas Eve. Um, I'm going to let you guys head over to Trisha's now. I can't push you over. I have to be over 1,000 subs to do that. But head over to Websleuth Live, and go see Trish and Insightful One over there do their show in about 8 minutes. Um, until then, I'll see you on Sunday nights with Ping on Sunday night. We don't do a Saturday show. Unfortunately, it gives me one day off every week. And then I want to thank again Robin Lane and JD. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. And thanks for supporting the channel. And to the people who subscribe, do the replay crew, or leave a comment, or just come here and watch the video. Thank you to you. You guys are great. See you guys in a couple of days. All right. Have a great weekend. See you later, everyone. Good night. Thanks to Moonlight View for moderating. She's a great help. See you later, everyone. Good night.